Alright, so this is what a emergency stroke kit on a Putzmiester should look like. We have the 1224 volt diverter. Converts 12 volts to 24 volts from the battery to the 24 volts Putzmeister system. And then we have these here to hook to the battery with a fuse. And then the other side of that is the switch here. It's self-centered. And on the same side of that, we have 3 angle plugs. And we're going to show where each one goes on what coil on the brain of a Putzmeister. Okay, as you can see, one is longer than the other. The longer one will go to the accumulator solenoid, and the 2 other ones, sometimes they're zip tied with different colors, but they go to the one solenoid, which is the forward solenoid on Putzmeister, as you can see that. So they're both shorter than the accumulator solenoid. So in this video, we're gonna demonstrate how to use a Putzmeister emergency stroke kit. Hopefully in the future, if we have any emergency issues, the operator will know exactly what to do. That way we don't lose any mixes. Alright, so like I demonstrated earlier, 2 short, 1 long. The longer goes to the accumulator, and the 2 short ones are going to go to the forward solenoid. Palm valves. On the palm valve we have 1 button, 2 button, and on the accumulator same thing, just 1 button. This will activate the accumulator and these 2 will go one way with the shifting with the cylinders, and then until pressure's out we're going to go the other way. But we're going to see all that in a little bit. So we're going to take 2 short ones. It doesn't matter if you cross them, or you put this one here, put that one there, it doesn't really matter. So this one goes there, this one is going to go here. Okay. And then the third one is always going to have 12 volts, 24 volts to activate the accumulator solenoid. So we have everything hooked up. Obviously we need to tighten them up so they don't come loose. Okay, so we have everything hooked up on the brain that needs to be hooked up. Then we come over here, we got this switch to go back and forth, back and forth, all day, pump concrete. As you can hear, actually, the solenoids are activating as we're doing it. Okay, and over here I have the 24 volt converter, and if we follow that wire going in, the input over here, that goes all the way to the battery. Positive on positive, negative on negative. Alright, so we have the engine running right now. Always remember, when you're doing the emergency stroke kit on Putzmeister, you have to have the idle above, the throttle above idle, in order for everything to start shifting. So what you do is you go in the cab, you set the cruise control on, and then you throttle up a little bit above idle in order for it to start shifting. Of course, you just want to idle all the way up if you're trying to pump. So I got the switch here. We're gonna go back and forth, and you're gonna see how the diff cylinders are shifting. Going up, going down, and you have to keep holding to it, back and forth. All right. So another thing we have to remember when we're using the emergency stroke kit here is this solenoid here is your stroke limiter. Going in faster, coming out slower. Because when you're using emergency stroke kit, you don't have stroke limiter on your remote box or a control panel. We're just assuming worst case scenario. This is how you adjust your speed. Now, we pump all day, we finished the job. This is in forward, this is forward motion. We want to stick it in reverse, we want to suck the ball back. This is the solenoid to put it in reverse. So, as you can see, Putzmiester have a clip. You can clip it on there in order to put it in reverse. Same thing we were doing earlier. We clipped it on, and now we go back here. Now we're in reverse. As you can see, I just speed it up. And now we're in reverse. Alright, so we got the truck running right now in PTO, e-stop cleared. I want to show what are things to watch for when we are running a Putzmiester. First thing, always want to make sure you have your junction box lid, which supplies all the power to all your proximity switches on your diff cylinder. In this truck that I'm demonstrating on, it has a total of 4 proximity switches. On the newer trucks, we have 6. The only difference is you got 1, 2, 3, 4. On the newer truck, you have 2 more on this on the side that's closer to the water box, diff cylinder, driver's side. 2 more. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we have a light on every proximity switch. Here's 1 light. Here's 2 lights. Third and 4th. Now we know they're all are powered up. Another thing to watch for is the light on the accumulator solenoid, and we want to make sure that we have this is your accumulator gauge. We want to make sure that we have 200 bars at all times. All right. So now I want to shift the truck as I shift it, I should see lights blinking back and forth between here and there when the proximity switches senses the diff cylinder going back and forth, telling the computer to shift the S tube and so forth. as that's happening, we're seeing the same thing happen on proximity switches. They should be blinking, as we just saw. That should be the case on every other stroke on that proximity switch. Couple more tips on Putzmiester computer box. Just going to show the fuses and the little schematics here, little drawings. It's very helpful to find fuses and what plugs are for on a motherboard. But first I want to go over a couple of things. So when we have the e-stop push, looking at the computer box, we are not going to see any lights on the Pills relay channel 1 or channel 2, and also we're going to see this light lid on M20. Okay, so we're going to watch here. As soon as we release the e-stop here, put the remote box on, and we're going to clear that. As we noticed, this light came off and this light came on. As you can see here, this is a symbol for e-stop. Alright, so when this is lit, it's telling you that the e-stop is cleared, which is module 21. And then we are noticing that we have light on channel 1 and channel 2. Alright, so this is as far as that. Now the fuses, we have, let's see here, we have set fuses here, and we have fuses all the way over here. What's nice about these fuses is if one is out, the LED light comes on. I'm going to show you real quick. See how that came on. Okay, that will tell you what fuse is bad. Alright, and also, so we have fuses there, and we have fuses in the actual module cards. And if we look at the lights over here, we have, like, for example, fuse F148, fuse F124. If the fuse is bad in the module card, this light will light, and then if F124 is bad, this light will light. And same thing with the rest of them here. F131. This fuse, I've seen that fuse go bad a lot, and that fuse actually controls the power that goes to your proximity switches. The light that we went over earlier, that lights your junction box. So this fuse is definitely look for if you don't have any juice going to the junction box. I've seen that go bad if we have like a bad harness going to the proximity switches or anything like that. Okay, F49, same thing with all of these. And then we have F124 in module M12, and then F29 in module 1. So pretty much this is mostly all the fuses in that computer box. There, and what's in there. Things to watch for, obviously, when you clear the e-stop, channel 1, channel 2. Alright, and I did want to go over this chart right here. Okay. Alright, so very easy to read and very nice